Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, children. Today we are going to start with a new lesson, business environment. Business environment means the sum total of all individuals, institutions, and other forces that are outside the control of a business enterprise, but that may affect its performance. So, before we see the definition or meaning of business environment, first we should understand that any business cannot run or operate in vacuum. It is highly affected or influenced by the environment around it. Okay, so that is what we are going to learn in this lesson. So, business environment is the sum total of individuals. So, all people who are there outside the industry, then the institutions and other forces, and they cannot be controlled by the business enterprise. So those are away from the control of business enterprise, but that will affect our performance. Any change in any part of the environment will definitely affect our business. So this is the meaning of business environment. We'll see few examples. When any increase in tax is announced by the government, definitely we will have some effect of it in our business. And when we have any technological improvements announced, or when we have something new, updated technology developed in the technological environment, even that is going to affect our business. Or if there is any change in the fashions, or when there is a change in the taste of consumers, even that may affect our business. Okay, so these are some of the examples of the changes in the business environment and how it will affect our business. Now we will see the features of business environment. We have 6 features of business environment. It is full of external forces. It is a specific and general forces, combination of specific and general forces. It is interrelated. It is dynamic in nature. It is uncertain and it is highly complex. So we'll see one by one in detail. First, business environment is a totality of external forces because it is the sum total of all external forces which may directly or indirectly will influence the working of the business system. Next, specific and general forces. We have a combination of specific force and general force in our business environment. Specific force actually means it may affect individual enterprises directly and immediately into their day-to-day working. And when it is a general force, it indirectly affects the business enterprises on the whole. Specific forces, for example, we can take the investors. When there is any change in investors, then if the preference of the investors changes, then definitely it is going to affect our business. Suppose if we have our competitors, every business have their own competitors, so even competitors will influence the performance of the business. And the suppliers or vendors of the particular enterprise or for a particular business, even they are called as specific forces, because here we can identify that they belong to us, they are related to us in one way or the other, but they will affect the particular business. Okay, they are not going to affect all the business who what is which is existing in the market. Okay, so specific force means the force that actually affects only one individual enterprise, okay, or a particular scale of operation, right? Next, general forces will affect the business enterprise on the whole. Like if there is any political change, if there is any legal change, then that is going to affect the whole of the business which is run in India. Okay, so that is general force. The next feature what we are going to see is interrelated. The elements of business environment are closely interrelated. So these elements cannot be separated from each other. They are closely interrelated, but they affect the business on the whole. Okay. Next, it is dynamic in nature. It keeps on changing. Okay, so the word dynamic means keeps on changing. Maybe in terms of technology or in the terms of consumers' preferences or the taste of the consumers or any new product which is entering into the market. This will actually increase or this will affect the business which is already into the market. Okay, so it is dynamic in nature, it keeps on changing. Next, it is uncertain. Business environment is uncertain because it is very difficult to predict the future happenings. And when the environment is changing too frequently, like what happens in the IT industry, so it is very uncertain, and we are not. Nobody can predict the future happenings exactly. Okay, so if we tactfully manage it, all changes can be converted to chances. Right. Next is complexity. It has a combination of factors, and those factors are interrelated and they are interdependent. We cannot remove one, and we cannot say that one is solved, one problem is solved, so we can move on to the other. So one change is accepted and one change is agreed, and the business got adopted to one change, next we'll move on to the other, like that we cannot say. It is a combination of interrelated and interdependent factors. Okay, so it is relatively easy to understand in parts, but it's very difficult to know the relative influence of a particular force. So only when we put it together we can understand something, what changes are happening in the environment. Okay, but when we take a particular force, and when we try to analyze the influence of the particular force, then we may not be able to identify it. So it is very difficult to identify in that way. Okay, next is relativity. We say it is a relative concept because it differs from country to country, and it also differs from region to region, because we deal with business environment, and this business environment is including the society. Okay, so when there is an inclusion of society also, definitely we will have some difference from one country to the other country. Okay, like for example, a preference where we nowadays can see a preference change in preference of customers taste when it comes to soft drinks. People are preferring juices nowadays instead of soft drinks. Okay, so this shift is not the same all over the world, it differs from country to country, right? So that's why we say it is relative. So with this, we have completed the features of business environment. Next, we are going to see the importance of business environment. So the importance of business environment is, the first one is identify opportunities and take the first movers advantage. And next we'll be able to identify the threat. Okay, like doing SWOT analysis. Then we can tap useful resources, and we can cope with changes, then assist in planning and policy formulation, and definitely finally improve our performance. Now we'll see each and every. First, helps firm to identify opportunities and getting the first mover advantage. Opportunities means what? So first, opportunity refers to positive external trend or changes that will help a firm to improve its performance. So whatever is the positive external trend, which means numerous opportunities are there in the environment. Okay, each one should identify it, and they have to uh, convert it into a chance, and they have to proceed with the opportunity. Okay, they should take the first mover advantage of the opportunity, right? And the company which is more conscious about the changes in the business environment can take better advantage of opportunities instead of losing them to competitors. So if you have any competitors in the market, you have to first take the first mover advantage so that your competitor stays next to you. Okay, otherwise what happens is, if your competitor is going to find out or identify the opportunity, they may take the first mover advantage, and they may introduce a new line of product based on the opportunities available. Okay, so business environment helps any firm to identify the opportunities and also to take that first mover advantage. So next is, business environment helps to identify the threats and early warning signal. So we have an analysis called SWOT analysis. So here we will analyze our strength, our weakness, our opportunities, last but not least, our threat. Okay, so we'll be able to analyze our threats or identify our threats only when we do this SWOT analysis. Okay, so this threat refers to the external environment trend. It doesn't happen within the organization, but it comes from external to the organization. Okay, and it will change. Okay, any change in the environment, if it is a threat, it's going to hinder, it is going to put a be a barrier for our firm's performance. Okay, we can expect a setback if that threat is meaningful. Okay, and it helps to make suitable changes in the organization. So you can just take the COVID situation, present COVID situation. It has become a threat to many business now. And what they are doing, they are trying to convert their business and make some suitable changes in the business so that they can adapt to the current COVID situation, isn't it? So that's how, when the threats in the business environment will actually found out by using this analysis of business environment. Only when we understand about the business environment, we'll be able to identify the threat in the environment first. Okay, and this gives early warning signals so that whenever we get the early warning about our threat, definitely we will be equipped to anticipate the changes which will occur. Right. The next importance is helps in tapping useful resources. We have various resources or inputs in our environment. Okay, and which the business enterprise will use it. And this business enterprise supplies the environment with its output such as goods and services for customers, payment of taxes to the government, then return on financial investment to investors, and so on. So business environment gets various input from the outside. Okay, and same way it will supply the output to the business environment. So they depend on the environment, they get something from the environment, they give something back to the environment. Okay, so that's why the analysis of business environment helps in determining requirements of the environment, which enables it to arrange useful resources at the right time. So the requirements are identified, and once it is identified, definitely we will be able to arrange the resources at the right time. Okay, so this is the third importance of business environment. Next, helps in coping with rapid changes. The business environment is very dynamic because it is always uncertain. Business environment is uncertain because it keeps on changing. Okay, so when more changes are happening, definitely we have to cope with the changes, otherwise we will be nowhere in the business environment. So it helps, the analysis of business environment will help us to understand or will help us to cope up with the rapid changes that are happening in the business environment. And managers, they have to understand and examine the environment. Here the word managers pertains to the top level managers, where they'll be planning for the whole organization and who are responsible to take the business in a successful way with a long market stand. Okay, so they have to understand and they have to properly examine the business environment. Next, it helps in assisting in planning and policy formulation. So whenever these top level managers prepare a plan for the whole organization, they have to first analyze the business environment. So this analysis of business environment will help them to have a better policy formulation. Okay, so analysis of business environment is very important before going into planning and policy formulation. Okay, because we need to first identify what is happening. Okay, and with the identified with the analyzed ideas, we will actually have a base for the planning. That is, we will decide what is the future course of action. So it serves as the base for planning and also for the policy formulation. Policy formulation, it is guideline for decision making. Okay, how to decide, how to formulate the policies for the organization. So this policy formulation is the guideline for the decision making, right? Next is, it helps in improving performance. It The enterprise has to continuously monitor and adjust themselves, because we know pretty well business environment is dynamic and it has lot of changes, and as there is lot of change, there definitely we have to continuously monitor and cope up with the changes. And when we do it continuously, definitely we will become efficient. So when we are efficient, definitely our improvement also will be high. Okay, we'll become a good performer, that is the business will become a good performer when compared to its competitors. Next, we are moving on to the elements of business environment. Business environment has two elements. One is general and the other one is specific environment. We call it as even dimensions. So, first dimension is general and the second is specific. Okay. Under general environment, we have economic, then social, political, legal, and technological environment. So we call them as general environment because any change in any of these environment will affect set of business which is running successfully in the market. So the impact is for whole of the business and not for a particular business. That is why we call it as general environment. Next, coming to specific environment, we can group them easily, like with the names customers. Customers pertain to only those people who avail your service or who use your products. Okay, then owners or investors. So these people are those who invest in an enterprise or an organization. Then creditors, then employees. So these people are specific. Okay, so these people are specific and that's why they are grouped as specific environment. Now we will see general environment in detail. So we have 5 dimensions of business environment which is called as general environment. First comes economic, then social, then technology, then political, then legal. So first we'll see economic environment. So all factors or forces that have economic impact on the business activity is called as economic environment. Examples are interest rate or inflation rates or stock market indices are few factors which are example for economic environment. Any change in this will affect the whole lot of business. It is not only one business which is going to be affected. Many business will be affected when there is a change in this economic environment. And each factor can serve either as an opportunity or as a threat. Okay, because the change in inflation or when there is a fluctuation in the stock market, that can become an opportunity for a business or it can also become a threat to the business. Okay, so we'll see some more examples like when there is a rise in the disposable income of people due to the gross domestic product of a country, it creates increasing demand for products. Because when we say there is an increase in the disposable income of people, definitely it's going to be like the person will be ready to purchase some goods, isn't it? So only then it is called disposable income. So it creates a demand for few products in the market. And when there is a rise in inflation rate, it increases the production cost because the raw materials price will increase and of course the wages also will increase. So the rise and fall in the inflation rate or when there is a rise in the disposable income of a person, an individual, this all will reflect in the business. Okay, so these are just an example. Like this, we have many more components which are there in economic environment. Next, we will move on to social environment. Here, this represents the customs and traditions, values, culture, ethics of a society where business enterprises operate. For example, if you are an Indian, if you are thirsty, you will go for purchasing a water bottle. But if you are an American, when you're thirsty, you will not go for water bottle, but instead you will go for a soft drink. Okay, so based on the country, based on the life style of the people, it differs, right? So this is a social trend which actually presents various opportunities and at the same time threats also. So it depends mostly on the traditions of people and the values followed by people. Okay, and it is a social trend. For example, demand for reservation and jobs for minorities and women. It's not in all countries, it's specific for few countries. Okay, and equal pay to male and female. If you would have read the Industrial Revolution in your 10th standard, and definitely you know how the wages were paid in a different way for a male as well as for a female, because during Industrial Revolution both male and female were working, but female employees were paid less when compared to male employees. Okay, so all these will fall under social environment, because we remove discrimination and we pay wages equally for all, any gender. So, analysis and understanding of the social environment is very important because it determines the products, services, and standards of conduct that are acceptable to the society. Because in whichever society the business is going to operate, first of all, it has to be accepted by those people who are living there, isn't it? So, this analysis will help the business to satisfy their society first so that they can become successful in the society. Next is technological environment. Technological environment includes forces that are related to scientific improvements and innovations. Okay, when these scientific improvements and innovations are there in the technological environment, definitely we will get new ways to produce our goods and services, or new techniques also will be offered to operate a business. Okay, so this change, if there is any change in the technology, definitely it will be related to a better service, of course, with some new production techniques. Okay, and it will also be cost efficient, that is cost cutting. So the techniques, continuous innovations in different scientific and engineering fields such as lasers, robotics, biotechnology, food preservatives have provided numerous opportunities and threats for many different enterprises. So those companies or those enterprises who are ready to accept or cope up with this technological change, they'll be able to convert this change into chance. But those who are not able to cope up with the changes, they will be unsuccessful in the market and they have to just wind up their operations. Okay, so it becomes any change in the technological environment can become an opportunity, or it may become a threat. Okay, depending upon how the business reacts for the change. Next is political environment. This includes the political conditions like stability of a government and peace maintained in a country. Okay, and here a stable government actually means what? It builds confidence among the people to invest in long term projects. But in contrast, if there is a political instability, definitely it shakes the confidence of people who are investing into the business. And this plays a major role in shaping the environment, because when there is any uncertainty of business activity because of political unrest and threats to law and order, it was going to majorly affect the business. Okay, and the attitude of the government officials towards the business may have either positive or negative impact on the business. Okay, so these are the elements of business environment. The last one, which what we are going to see, is legal environment. Legal environment refers to the framework of laws. Okay, and various legislation, that is the rules and regulations which are enforced on the business is called as legal environment. We have various act which is introduced for business, like Indian Companies Act, Factories Act, Trade Union Act, Consumer Protection Act, etc. Okay, so why these laws are passed? They prescribe the rules or laws because they have to be followed by all organization in a uniform way. Otherwise, what happens? Each and every organization will have their own rules and regulations, which may sometimes not coincide with the other organization. Okay, so that's why a uniform law should be followed by all business which is operated in a particular country. That's why we have legal environment. Okay, and apart from the laws which are passed, there are number of laws that regulate matters such as standard of the product, packaging, promotion, ethics, etc. Okay, so we have various laws which are levied on the business environment to make sure that the customers are not exploited, and the business does not follow any unfair trade practices like hoarding or black marketing, etc. Okay, and that is why we have legal environment. Thank you, children.